This video was recorded in front of a live virtual audience. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to my channel. Let's talk Hermes. Let's talk Birkins. Okay? Why are these bags haunting us? Why is it a thing? Why does it have to be here, another unboxing of Birkin? Everybody flocks to see yet another Birkin. And so Hermes thinks like, okay, guys, let's step it up a notch. Let's not let these influencer-lets just unbox always the same Birkin in different colors. Let's give them something new, something groundbreaking, something different, something cool for a change. So, do you guys remember we reviewed together on my channel the fall winter, no, what was it, spring summer, fall winter 2021 Hermes fashion show, and you know, Birkins strutting the runway, you know, and I said, oh, a dark Birkin, groundbreaking. And then it was one of my viewers who brought it to my attention, said, Dacob, no, this is groundbreaking. This is a brand new Birkin. It's a Birkin that be twerking. It's a Birkin with an extra little something, something, something. I was like, oh, okay. Let's check it out. Before we do, subscribe to my channel here on the YouTubes if you haven't already. Thumb up this video. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. superdacob all spelled together on Patreon. Thank you to all my patrons and members who have already pledged. Without y'alls, this channel wouldn't be here, y'alls. So thank you so much for the love and support. And thank you to all my co-chatters and co-reviewers who are in the live chats right now. I do film live every Saturday, live stream from my channel. Everybody's invited to join. So thank you to my co-conspirators as we delve into this. Guerlain has its Guerlinade. Hermes has its Birkinade. So let's check out this Birkinade. Let's see a photo, shall we? Oh my God, you got. So from the fashion show, we see the model strutting that Birkinlet. Let. And people be like, hey, hold it, Miss Burkina. Miss Burkina Faso. That's a good one. Why is this thing lopsided? Is Hermes trying to copy Chanel with their with their lopsided clutches? Could you imagine if Hermes all of a sudden was like, hey, people have been talking, there's so much talk about all of these Chanel flaps being lopsided. Maybe we should jump on that trend. Little did Hermes know. Girl, that's not a trend. It's just Chanel having shitty quality control. So it's not that Hermes is just trying to copy Chanel in making lopsided flaps. No, you guys. No. If we look a bit closer, we actually realize that that baglet is falling apart. It's literally falling apart at the seams, darling. It's a deconstructed Birkin, darling. A deconstructed Burkina Faso, darling. So I dig into it, and I realize there's articles being written about this special new seasonal Birkin that comes out this season and then never again, unless it doesn't sell really well, but we'll never know because they're probably going to produce, they're going to tell us that they only made 10 of them, and they're going to, you know, so like, how can they know? Everything they make sells out if it has a Birkin in front of its name. So, you know, you could definitely say this could be a bestseller, but they do call it a seasonal bag, so we don't know if it's going to come back again in the next seasons. But however, so it's a 3-in-1 concept, meaning, as I read more into it, and thank you to my viewer, I can't remember anymore who told me that, but thank you to my viewer who brought that to my attention. Thanks to you, I got to research more, and I found out that this super annoying part of the Birkin, which is that flap thing, which has those two slits and the 3 holes, and it's, oh God, girl, and the amount of glazing on that leather, especially the top of the Birkin flap, it's such a thick, I can't. Anyway, that thing is detachable, right? So now, like, you can detach that really annoying flap There you have it. And you can just basically use it as a shopper. And if you pull those little leather straps, it's going to kind of tighten the grip on the opening of the shopper, and then you could kind of still lock it with the little thing over there, but there's no cover to cover it anymore, so it's open. So even if you kind of tie it a little bit to the sides, it loses its practicality, really. Somebody can still put their hand inside and steal whatever they want. So there's that. But also, I want to say it's a shopper, okay, whatever. And then more glazing, because now the entire rim, oh, this Birkin has been rimmed with glazing. Get your minds out of the gutter. Anyway, so, but then you're like, okay, wait a minute. So where is the little giblet that was hanging out, right? From Burkina Faso. Well, the giblet, let me show you. There it is. You can extrapolate it. Hermes wanted to save some money, so they did not make that out of full-on leather, but it has a little bit of canvas and a little bit of leather, you know. You could take that out on its own and use that as a really ugly clutch or pouch, you know. But because it has that shape of the, it's like literally like a human being is the Birkin. That thing that you have in your hand is the tongue. Ah, thank you, Julie, for the donation.
Julie Scott donated $6. Oh joy, another boring Birkin. I love your commentary, Damon. Keep it up.
Thank you for the Damon. Thank you Thank you so much for the super chat. So kind of you. Thank you so much, sweetie. So, you know how human being has a tongue and everything? It's like literally like you took the Birkin, being the human being, and you pull out the tongue, and then you carry the tongue as a separate piece. That's that. It's like you literally tore out the tongue out of the Birkin, and you be twerking the tongue of the Birkin. So this is more than a pouch. It's a tongue of the Birkin that you be twerking. I'm not a fan of the cutout of that flap to begin with. Never was. So it's just, to me, too complicated, not streamlined, not practical. In fact, one of the reasons that they internally also said that they designed this was because they said to some people it's not so practical to have that flap always there. So like, now you can detach it. I'm like, okay, hold on a minute. But if we put it back in, it doesn't function really as a flap that protects the bag fully from being accessed from the outside, because you can flap it to the front. Probably they have some sort of mechanism that can clip on or somehow be attached to the back of that pouch being attached to the back of the Birkin bag as well, interior back side of it. But it's just not the same as having the actual extension from the back panel of the bag being glazed so thickly with the front panel that becomes this little flap to the front that actually closes the Birkin. No, we have this detachable bit, which means that the Birkin is technically always somehow open and not really completely shut, even when you put this little tongue back into its mouth. Okay, Hermes. Now, in fact, hold on, I got the same photos. I got them here on my little thing. Get your FOMO pop sockets. You got FOMO for this bag? Well, then get your FOMO pop socket and share your love of the fear of missing out that brands imprint onto us like we are the tools that they think we are. Brand marketing is a thing, you guys. Get your superdacob FOMO pop socket on Amazon now. The link in the description box down below. So I'm looking at these Birkinlets, and yeah, I see a close-up here of when they stick the tongue back. Let's just call it for what is it. It's a tongue. When they stick the tongue in there, it doesn't really close off the entire bag, but it just separates it in two parts. And it doesn't seal it off completely from the back. It seals off the front because you put the flap on top of the front of the bag like we see in this photo. But the back of it, it kind of stays open. Yeah, I mean, to each their own. So, will you be getting one? Do you love this? Is this amazing? Share your opinions in the comment section down below. I would love to read them. Anyway, so the 3-in-1 concept, because obviously it's a Birkin with the thing. Then you could take the thing out, and then it's just a shopper Birkin. That's 2. And then 3, you just take the tongue out and you carry the tongue as a separate piece. 3-in-1. So because it's a 3-in-1, I guess they're gonna charge you 3 bags, which means this thing is gonna it's gonna cost like 20k, 15k, 20k, 25k, right? Debbie says, get your Birkin raincoat. Happy Day says, fun. Gary says, if you close the straps, it would be quite snugly closed, but still a no for me. Right? Black Noise says probably 30k. Gwen says, 1, to be offered this, and also 2, the price is probably more. Anyway, well, this was so exciting to watch. Like, oh my god, this is so exciting to do this video. I am so excited. Like, are you gonna beg for it? Are you gonna ask your sales associates like, hey, I've been a customer for so many years. Can you please offer me one to purchase? The only videos about Hermes I watch are yours. LOL says, oh, Palm City, thank you so much, sweetie darling. Stephanie says, they are carried by elderly women. What, the Birkins? Birkin is versatile, queen darling, says Mr. Phil Fabulous. Yes, she's a threesome type of bag now. The evolution of the Birkin is a threesome type of bag now. Stephanie says, wonder if I would want one if they would come out with a small crossbody version. Cha, I lost you at I wonder if I would want one. Gary says, I don't mind the original Birkin, though I wouldn't want it myself. This is just meh. Jam says, this bag looks like a normal Birkin. What's the difference? The detachable tongue. It's a Birkin that you could shut up by taking the tongue out of it. It can't talk no mo. Happy Day says, I want just the clutch. Gary says, the lock still secures the straps. Gwen... no, Stephanie says, please, Hermes, new design, just get rid of the lock in front. Then again, it would be a regular bag, LOL, without the lock. And then we got the answer saying, Gary says, but the lock still secures the straps. Gary says, so, it's like the So Kelly, a So Jane. Jam says, I don't get it. Stephanie says, I still don't like it. Gary says, they already had years ago the Kelly doll, which was a flop. I don't know, you guys. Sharon says, I think they are so expensive and I don't even like them that much. So, as much as Chanel. They cannot beat the Chanel reissue 255. Oh, that's the Holy Grail bag. Mike says, wow. So quirky and edgy, Hermes. So different and original. XOXO. Gwen says, but when you use a Birkin in real life, it's not always closed. It's like most likely open and used like a tote. Blackness says, Dacob, it looks like a Birkin answered to a Fendi first. And Blackness says, I'm Team Constance. Stephanie says, if they didn't have it, I might want a Birkin, Kelly. Oh, that's a good one. May says, the flap and lock system is such a pain in the butt. Mr. Phillips says, I love the 3-in-1 Birkin personally. Blackness says, it's the Birkin first. Stephanie says, that lock in front is so inconvenient and really long. Protruding. Happy Day says, I actually do quite like this. Happy Day says, oh yes, the Birkin clutch. All the love of the Birkin heads in the chat. I just think she's played out safe, overpriced. What can I say? To each their own. Don't take yourselves too seriously, okay? Like, I know people who love the Birkin be like so offended now. They'd be like, how dare you, you arrogant, mischievous piece of shite. You don't know shit about it. You just jelly because you don't got one. I don't want one. But I'll keep talking about it as long as you keep watching. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, never forget to never give up on love. Bye. Subscribe.